Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to do Exp25 Excel Chapter 2 Cumulative Assessment Variation Inland Jewelers. Basically, this is the second module of Excel section of this Pearson course. And in this video, I will be doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics or statistics. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. So at start of the instruction, you can see the project descriptions. So there is nothing to solve in this project description, but I suggest you to get an idea about the assignment so that you can do this assignment on your own. So please go through this project description, read this completely and get an idea and understand this assignment well. Okay, so then we have main part of the assignment, that is steps to perform to complete this project, or steps to perform to complete this assignment. We have a total of 15 steps to get this assignment done. And in this video, I will be doing this step by step. I will solve each and every single thing in this assignment. I will make you learn the Excel. I will make you master of Excel. So you are just supposed to follow me, because I am not just going to do it, I am going to explain it as well. So let's start doing the steps or doing the questions, starting from step number 1 of the assignment. So step number 1 of the assignment is saying, start Excel, download and open the file named Exp25 Excel Chapter 2 Cumulative Variation Inland Jewelers. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. So as you can see, I have already downloaded this, and this is the file that we're going to use to solve this assignment. We will apply all the instructions, all the steps to this Excel workbook, and we will make this Excel workbook in the final form for the submission. So your first task in step number 1 or question number 1 of this assignment is to download and open this Excel workbook. As I have already downloaded, please go through your Pearson dashboard and download the files to solve this assignment. So that is all about step number 1, where it is saying that download this file. So that's why we're going to do next step of the assignment, that is step number 2. And step number 2 is saying, insert a function in cell B2 to display the current date from your system. So as my system is showing the date of 12th of May 2026, so our result should be same as the date of your PC or laptop. Okay, for this purpose we are supposed to use a function that should show the date in cell B2. So we will go to cell B2, we will type an equal sign and we will type today. So we will get a function today and press enter. So now you can see that this is showing a date of 12th of May 2026, because my laptop date is showing same date. So we got this date here. And that is all about step number 2, where we are supposed to show the current date in cell B2. Okay, now let's do step number 3. And step number 3 is saying, with cell B2 selected, set the width of column B to auto fit. So we will select cell B2 and we are supposed to make the width of column B to auto fit. For this we can select column B as well or select any cell in column B. So select this one and just go to home tab, and in cells section here you can see the format button. Click this arrow and from here you can select the auto fit column width, this one. So now we have changed the width of column B to auto fit, and that is all about step number 3. So that's why now we're going to do next step of the assignment, that is step number 4. Okay, and step number 4 of the assignment is saying insert a lookup function in cell C5. To display the ring cost for the first student. So our first student is Dodson and the ring type is silver. So we are supposed to show the ring cost in cell C5 for the first student Dodson. Okay. For this purpose, the cost of the ring type should be an exact match. So you should remember, when we use lookup function, we use two match condition, true and false. For the exact match, we always use false. Remember this, for the exact match, we always use false. Use appropriate relative and absolute cell references. So just go to cell C5, type an equal sign and type lookup. So double click on that. So we got the lookup function. Now click function symbol so that we can enter the function arguments. Now we are going to enter the function arguments for this lookup function so that we can get the ring cost for the first student whose name is Dodson and ring type is silver. So our lookup value will be the silver, because we are going to so our lookup value is B5 because we are going to find the cost for the silver, which is the ring type for the first student Dodson. So now our table array is given here, starting from A16 up to B19. But remember that we are supposed to use the relative references. So that's mean we are supposed to make the this one the relative references. Then the column index. Column index is the column number from where we are taking the values. So we are taking the values from the second column of this table array, because cost is given in the second column of this table array. So we will type 2. Now range lookup will be false because we are using an exact match. We got 470 as the cost of the ring for the first student. So let me explain this. As the first student name is Dodson, but remember that first student ring type is silver. So silver cost is 470. That's why we got a cost of 470. So now use the fill handle to drag it down. So now for gold ring type is 600. For titanium the ring cost is 740. For the platinum ring cost is 820. So that is all about step number 4, and I have already solved step number 5 because we were supposed to use the fill handle down from column cell C5 up to cell C16 to get the other values. So now you can see that I use fill handle by dragging this dot down up to C11 as mentioned in the instruction, so that we can get the other ring type cost. So that is all about step number 5 as well. So we have solved 5 steps of this assignment so far. So now we're going to do next step of the assignment, that is apply a counting number format to the range C5 up to C11. So now we got the ring cost, so we are supposed to apply the number format to these costs. So for this purpose we will select C5 up to C11, then go to home tab and you can see this number section here. So in number section you can just click here this arrow and from here select accounting and press OK. So now you can see that we have applied a number format of accounting to these ring cost. So that is all about step number 6. So we are done with 6 steps of this assignment. Now we are going to do next step of this assignment, that is step number 7. And step number 7 of the assignment is saying insert an if function in cell E5 to calculate the total due. If the student has chosen to personalize the ring, there is an additional charge of 5% located in cell B21 that must be added to the cost of ring. If not, the student only pays the base price. Use appropriate relative and absolute cell references. So in this step we are going to use if function to calculate the total due, that is column E here. So in column E we are going to use if function to calculate the total due, and the condition is mentioned in column D, either the student has chosen to personalize the ring or not. If he has chosen, it should be yes. If not, it should be no. So for this purpose we are going to use if function. So let's go to workbook and go to cell E5. Here we are supposed to use if function. So to use if function, simply type an equal sign and type if. Okay, click on that. So we got the if function. Click function symbol so that we can enter the function arguments. Okay, so now we are supposed to enter the logical test. So logical test is given in the instruction. That is, if the student has chosen to personalize the ring, that means if D5 is equal to yes, that means if D5, if the student has chosen the personalized ring, that means if the personalized cell is yes. Okay, then the total due will be there is an additional charge of 5% located in cell B25 that must be added to the cost of ring. Then the total due will be the cost of ring, that is C5, plus that will be the cost of ring, that is the original cost, plus cost of ring multiplied by B21, that is the personalizing surcharge. Okay, but we will make sure that this B21 should be absolute. Okay, click OK. So we got the total due for the first student Dodson, because the Dodson has chosen to personalize the ring. That means our first condition is matching, that student has chosen to personalize the ring. That's why the total due is equal to the cost of ring, that is C5, plus the cost of ring multiplied by the surcharge, personalizing surcharge, that is the 5% B21. So now that is all about step number 7. So we have solved 7 steps of this assignment so far, and now we gonna do next step, that is step number 8. Fill the function from cell E5 to range E6 up to E11. So now we are supposed to use the fill handle down to the column E. One second. Okay, there is mistake because we didn't put the value if false. So now let me repeat it again, because we check that either the student has personalized the ring, that's mean D5 is equal to yes, then the total due will be the base price, that is the cost of the ring C5 plus C5 multiplied by the surcharge, that is B21. But if student hasn't chosen to personalize the ring, then price will be equal to the base price, that is the cost of ring C5. Okay, now we are supposed to use the fill handed down. So we got all of the prices here. Okay, now that is all about step number 8, and now let's do step number 9. Step number 9 is saying apply accounting number format to range E5 up to E11. So we will select E5 up to E11 and then go to home tab and go to number format, and from here select accounting number format. So I have applied accounting number format to this. As you can see that I have solved 9 steps for you out of 14 steps. That means I have solved 85% assignment in this video. But if you want me to do this complete assignment for you, if you want me to do this complete course for you, my WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Please reach me out through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will get back to you with another powerful solution. Thank you so much again.